one of my biggest problems has been people love Excel. They don't want to give up Excel. And so my first thinking was, no Excel. Cognos is it, this is what we're going to use. But I've kind of softened along the way, mainly because of Cognos Go Office. And that is basically allowing them to have a front-end Excel, which they're happy with. But basically pulling the data from Cognos itself, from our reporting databases. So we're all still getting the same numbers, because my big worry was that you get into Excel, people will link files, they exclude different things, so we're getting back to the same problem of having different numbers and no one having the same results. So giving them Go Office, basically they can work in their familiar environment of Excel, but the data they're pulling is actually from this one single source.
Carol's somebody that knows what she wants. She spends a lot of time planning, and as a company they know what they want. I think APN is a company that's seen a lot of change in their business, and they've wanted better reporting through that change. They've actually been with Cognos for 10 years. They've been with us as a customer for 10 years. And so they know what they want, and Carol knows what she wants. So whenever I get an email or a phone call from Carol, I've normally got some work to do.
So basically you look at your business and you say, who needs to monitor, what do we need to monitor, what do we need to analyse, what do we need to drill down on, and then different areas of the business or different management levels need to see different levels. So my plan is we would have, like for instance, our business is advertising, editorial, circulation, HR, and a financial element to it. So we'd have a dashboard from each arm of the business, but from a user perspective it doesn't matter, it's coming from 5 to 10 different systems, but basically they just open a web portal, there it is there, this is the week, we're all seeing the same information, depending on your level or your company access, what you see, so you only see what's relevant to you, but we're all talking the same lingo, we're all looking at the same thing.
Customers come to us with ideas about dashboarding, and quite often they haven't taken into account how people will navigate through a dashboard and how you'll summarise that dashboard, and how difficult that dashboard will be to create and maintain, and the time it takes to load. So that's the learnings that we can bring along to that. Not necessarily what information they need, but how to architect it in a way that's going to be usable in the business.
All businesses know that everyone cobbles the data the way they want, and so you end up with multiple versions of what you thought was the end result. So with Cognos having one port of information, then you do have one version. So depending if people want to look at it in a prettier way, some people love colour, but as long as they start with the number that we're all going to be talking about, that works for me.
We've been using Cognos and selling Cognos in this market for 20 plus years, and over that time Cognos has grown into a great tool, but once IBM purchased it, we then had access to middleware software that IBM has for databases, for moving data around, for shifting data, for improving quality of data, and building cubes. It's that back end stuff that people don't really see that then adds on to the Cognos front end. So that, yes, you've got a source system, you've got several source systems, and you bring that data through. How do you deal with the duplicates in that data? How do you create a warehouse that's going to perform well and deliver up the information? And so we always concentrated on the front end and the Cognos and cubes and reports and dashboards. Whereas now our business is moving further down to the source data and using IBM software to build the whole solution from end to end.